We get some
You good?
music or something?
Yeah.
I think we should get that actually.
We should.
I'll
It should be
bring my
loud.
speakers. Just play from your phone.
To scare everybody outside too. Just random media.
Who are those hooligans in
That's a good
there?
idea.
Somebody make a beat or something?
Tell me.
Alright. Don't do that though, because it's gonna tip. Alright, cool. So let's do this. I'll start right here. You guys want to do like a little introduction, and then that's gonna kicks it off, you know?
I'm gonna start the audio now, so you guys can just go whenever.
Alright.
Oh, we've got one.
You want us to do to the live? Is that what you're talking about? What up? We're live
We just gotta act natty. Oh, we're live.
on Instagram.
Live live?
Yeah.
Or live?
That's a good question. Which one is it?
I don't know, but this is how it's going down. Oh, no one can hear me. What's up?
How we doing?
It's time, right? This
Are
is
we
it.
Are we going?
I've been waiting for the call to get on this damn pod. Can I cuss?
Yeah.
You can do. This is your podcast.
You can go whenever you want.
All right.
You can edit it whenever.
What is up? We are back. Novelty growth, novelty voice. We are here with the one, the only, the funniest dude that I know in Indianapolis.
Oh, that's tight.
Ben Polizzi. What's good,
up,
man?
Yo? What's up?
How you
I'm
doing?
happy to be here. I finally got the call, man.
You been waiting?
Landon texts me. Landon texts me, it's like it's my dad texting me. He texts me back in 6 seconds. And then he texts back in 2 days. I'm like, it's like my dad.
Are you comfortable right there?
I'm good. Dude, this is... I feel like home.
Right on. Perfect.
Yeah.
So what's good, man? Tell me a little bit about you and what you're up to these days.
All right. I actually work tonight.
What are you doing?
I work at a radio station on the Circle, and tonight I'm recording like sports updates and news updates, and they go out all the next day. So from 10 to 6 a.m. I'm just in there just forever about whatever's going down. So
Okay.
that's what's happening. I'm doing a little stand-up comedy, and yeah, do a little podcast, all kind of crap.
Dope. So how old are you, or how young are you, should I say?
28.
28.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a little background of your childhood. Where are you from? Indy. What was that like?
I'm from Michigan originally.
Okay.
So grew up there. My dad was a football coach at the college level, so he got a job in Indianapolis. So we all moved here when I was 4 years old. And from there on, I've just been an Indy kid, Southside kid.
We're at Southside.
Southside, like Greenwood.
Same.
Like I was
Okay.
born in the Greenwood Park Mall, basically. I was baptized like in the fountain.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's right. Right on. So okay, you moved here when you were 4, and then what high school did you go to?
Roncalli High School. You know where that is?
I do. Yeah.
We got Roncalli people in the house. What's up? No, nobody.
Right on. So what was high school like? Did you do any sports? Were you always this funny, or is this what?
No, I mean, I think I've always been kind of funny, but no one really told me I was funny. And then I was just like, I'm just going to start trying to do stuff. Like,
How'd
just
you
whatever.
find out you were funny?
I just started posting stupid shit, and people were reacting to it.
Okay.
And from there, just kind of kept doing it.
Was this in high school when you were doing this, or?
Actually, when I was a kid, like when I was real young as a kid, me and my cousins would get together. Like everybody and their cousins, like, lip syncs and has dances. Maybe it's just my weird ass family, but everybody does that, and we started filming it. And we would like show our parents. They'd be like, "That kid's fucked up. He's funny." And we would keep doing it and have like episodes, and that's kind of where I just experimented with being like comedic on camera. I don't know. It was just all jacking around though. It wasn't like we had skits and stuff, but then I kind of stopped doing that as we got older and got into sports and stuff like that. And now it's kind of like back to being a kid.
What sports
I'm a
did you
big
like?
ass kid. Football, basketball, track, and then I went to college for football.
Okay.
So yeah.
Did you go to college to play football, or is that really it?
Yeah.
You had no interest in the academic realm?
I mean,
What did you want to be? Did you want to be?
I didn't know.
Okay.
I really didn't know. Like when I was a kid, I liked football because my dad coached, and I was always about like, kind of almost more than the game itself. I was always about the uniforms. Like, you know what I mean? Like anytime I saw like a dope uniform, I'd be like, "Ooh, what team is that?" And I like design them, all that kind of stuff. So I was about the like aesthetic.
Yeah. Looking
I don't know if I
fresh.
said that right. Yeah. But that, and then played, and that went well. Transferred to Marion University halfway through my career. Won a national championship. That was dope.
Okay.
And just from there on, just started. I actually, like, right out of college, I worked like a desk job, like a real desk job, and I felt like crazy. Like, I
What
went
were you
crazy
doing?
every day, designing like hats and logos and all that kind of stuff. So kind of what I wanted to do, but then I would just, as I was like designing and stuff like that, I'd listen to like podcasts and comedians, and I was like, why the hell am I doing this?
Mm.
And then that kind of turned into me working at a radio station doing podcasts, and then videos and stand up, and it's kind of where I am today.
So it seems like you're a very creative person. Would you say that you're more creative than entrepreneurial, or are you entrepreneurial at all? What would you consider yourself being?
What do you mean?
So would you consider yourself an entrepreneur?
You gotta remember I'm a kid. I don't know, you gotta break. I need like definitions.
Because you're out here doing your own thing.
Making
you know.
no money. Is that what an entrepreneur? I'm an entrepreneur.
It's the start of
goddamn.
it. It's the start of it.
Yeah. I'm broke and I'm on Instagram, so I'm an entrepreneur. Pretty much, yeah.
That's
I
funny.
think so. I think.
Right on. So where do you think that creativity sparked for you? You know, was it something that you were born with, or did you have anyone that you looked up to growing up, where you're like, you know, that dude's funny?
Like every time I was on a road trip in the car, we would pop in like a comedian, like the hottest comedian at the time.
Okay.
So I kind of just hear that all the time and not really think about it. But low key inside, like maybe I could do that. That's what I thought like my whole life. And like this past year, I was like, I'm doing it.
Yeah. So
that-
what's
creativity wise is like I just never really want to do what anybody else is doing. Kind of like when I see like working at a real job kind of made me sad, like for those people.
Yeah.
Like, everybody says that, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't want to work a 9 to 5, but I was kind of like, man, there's a lot of like talent in here that they're just kind of settling. I never wanted to do the same thing anybody else is doing. I always want to think outside the box or something like
How long did you last at that job?
that. Probably like a year and a half. But without that job, I wouldn't be able to do anything because that's how I made any type of money.
Yeah.
Like, that's my fallback money, you know what I mean?
I feel
Yeah,
that.
so that kind of thing.
Right on. So,
Yeah.
what's this past year been like? I know we were talking, you know, before the show. You've been doing more stand up. I know you're also trying to build a brand.
Yeah.
You're making more content, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
What's the direction of, you know, where you see all this going?
The past year has been the biggest challenge of my life, honestly, but it's been like the most rewarding. Like if I think about like the past year, I'm like, that was the dopest year of my life. But it's
Yeah.
been the hardest year of my life, just in different, you know, stepping up to the plate, doing things you don't want to do, doing things you're uncomfortable with, but that's when you get the payoff.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think, I mean, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, putting out content, making cool podcasts, getting more material with stand up, and I mean, it's not a quick process, so it's gonna be like this for a while. And I'm down.
Yeah. Where are you doing most of your stand up at?
Crackers over here. Everybody makes. Yeah. Jokers down the road, and there's a bunch of bars around here that have open mics.
Okay.
January 12th, though, it's going down. There's a comedian from Canada. His name's Trix. Comedian Trix on Instagram. He's really popular. One of the funniest dudes in Canada. He's going to be here January 12th, and I'm going to open him with my buddy Ray Hensley. He's a comedian. He's been around here for a while. He's going to host it. There's a competition last weekend, and Ray actually won it, and I came in second. So the show is going to be stacked. You should come out and see it. It's going to be tight.
January 12th?
January 12th.
Where
Jokers.
We're Jokers.
It's by like Brothers, Taps and Dolls.
Yeah,
That whole area.
Okay.
Be good. $10 tickets. You can afford that.
So tell me a little bit about Espresso, is that right?
Yeah, Espresso. Me and my buddy Joey Molinaro, we both work at the radio station over there where I'm about to go tonight. And he worked there for a while, and I just started working there. We'd see each other, and we've known each other since we were little kids. We went to the same school, all that. So one day he was like, you know, we're both working here. Like, we have like kind of similar schedules. We might as well do something. Like, we might as well try to, you know, we got to do something. And I was like, all right, well, I don't know, we got to be funny, because we're both like, we try to be funny. Let's make a couple videos, see where they go, and it kind of just built into like a video every couple of weeks, like for a holiday. Just we'd make fun of moms and shit, just stuff like that that we grew up, because everybody grows up with your mom, and you're just like, God damn it, mom. Like we just try to hit on that shit, and we just put it all together. We do that for other instances. We did it for dads, and then all types of stuff. And Pat McAfee actually had Barstool Heartland. Do you remember that whole thing?
Yeah.
He was looking for interns, and we tried out, and he was like, "Yeah." So we were there for a while, so we got some good experience with Pat.
That's dope.
All those dudes are like in New York now, so it was a real deal. Like it was unbelievable, honestly.
How long were you doing that with Pat?
That was like a whole summer, and
Okay.
we did everything they asked. Like we were there to be like video personalities, but we were like building like scooters and shit for them. like we made the shirts, the logos. It was a good experience. Met some really dope people that are like high up in Barstool culture in New York now. It's crazy, but that really like helped us figure stuff out, and I don't know. We just kept rolling with the videos. Got kind of popular with those, not really, just in like the community, and then started doing podcasts because we both work at a radio studio. So it's like
Makes sense.
yeah. So we started doing that. We're like close to 50 episodes now, or shots we call them because espresso. But yeah, we just recorded one today. You can check that out.
So do you get like different guests that come on?
Yeah, whoever we can. We've had McAfee one time. We have comedians that come in since, I don't know, I'm starting to know some comedians now just from doing it.
Yeah.
And they hop on. We've gotten like some pro players every now and then, but it's good to meet people through there too.
So where do you want to take that brand? I mean, just keep creating funny videos, or is there an actual vision?
I don't know if there's a vision. I think it'll come whenever,
Mhm.
but you can't really force vision, so we'll just
true.
see where it goes and then jump on whatever opportunity we can. But
I feel that. So I'm curious about these videos that you create, because I've watched a lot of them and I keep up to date with your Instagram. Is funny. What goes into making any of these videos? How do you come up with these thoughts, these ideas? Because some of it's super random, and I don't even know how you think of some shit.
I don't know, man. Like, some of it just pops in my head, and I film it and say something under it, and sometimes it hits and sometimes it doesn't. Like, I'll bounce back with a video, like, should I put this out or not? Like, are people really gonna hate me after this? Like, am I gonna lose? Like, I don't know. But it's a process, and sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it doesn't hit, sometimes it does. But like the videos we post, that sometimes are like recycled ideas, like all built into one, or like just sometimes you get an idea that hits and you're like, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta work with something over time, like that. We did like a rent a boyfriend video. We actually came up with that idea last year, and we're like, I don't know what to do with this. And then a week before Thanksgiving, we're like, yeah, we'll just do that. It was like the easiest like process to put together in our minds, just because we let it sit for an entire year. Sometimes that's how long it takes.
That's super dope.
Yeah, it's a process. It ain't quick.
No, that's very true. So going on that process, I guess, this whole time that you've been, working, doing your whole comedy, stand up, I guess, what keeps you going? What's that drive? Obviously, you said you're not making any money,
Yeah.
Obviously, that would be a goal, but what keeps you going? Why this?
I don't know. I just like. I don't know. I like the feeling of making people laugh. I mean, every comedian says that, but I don't really know what it is. But I just want to get to the point where I can do fun stuff for a living. Like,
Yeah,
I always wanted to live a life where I'm just like jacking around kind of, and if I can actually make that happen, like, what? Yeah. So what keeps me going is just not doing normal boring stuff. That's like my hell. Like, I don't want to step into that world.
I feel that, bro. That's relatable.
Yeah, I mean everybody thinks that. You just gotta take a walk on the wild side and
Yeah.
actually do it.
Just doing what you actually enjoy doing,
Yes.
instead of being stuck at a job behind a desk.
I mean, everybody's gonna have bad jobs. I had bad jobs. I still have bad jobs, but it's just part of the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Very
gotta
true.
get through it. Yeah.
Very true. Okay, so I guess tell me a little bit about your family. Do you have any siblings?
I've got 2 sisters. I was like raised by women, kind of
Older, younger,
older.
same.
So they like, and that's probably why I'm starting to like be like the way I am now is because when I was younger, like when two older sisters have a younger brother, they were like keeping me in check.
For sure.
Like you know what I mean? Like every single thing, they'd be like, calm down. They'd like pull me aside and be like, you better calm the fuck down. You know what I mean? I'd be like sweating and like crying. You know, it's just they were on my ass.
Did they give you a bunch of shit? Like,
oh
you
my
know, like...
god, I couldn't do anything. And they just, I don't know, it's just something about having sisters, they keep you in line. And I don't know, once they kind of started to think I was funny a little bit, they kind of let me like, you know, be, oh shit, what's up? Yeah.
What's good?
Yeah, you're interrupting us. No, but like having two sisters and a mom, my dad was always, man, he was working all the time, but I kind of was raised by my mom and my two sisters. We just like, you know, listen to like Now Too every day. You know? But yeah, that's just how it went down. And I mean, I couldn't imagine if I was like raised with a brother. Like, I don't even know how that would be. I wouldn't look like
make
this.
a video about it. I'm sure you can figure out something.
Yeah, that's true. But
So, I guess what's next as far as, you know, big things coming in 2019? You said that 2018 has been one of the most challenging years for you,
the best.
but the best.
Yeah.
Where do
And
you
me
see
and you guys too. That was like
100%.
That was a dope little switch up. Cause I was like, I don't even really know what I'm doing this for. And then Landon actually reached out for me and he inboxed me. He's like, who the fuck are you? I was like, I don't really know. He's like, come to this party. I was like, I'm there. When's it start? But
Was that Night on Canal?
Yeah, the first party, that shit popped off.
Yeah.
The second one did too, and I'm sure I've only made it to a couple of them, but the first one was a banger. And that's like when I was like, you know what? Indy might be a little, this might be a little pop-off soon.
Yeah.
This might be a little hub.
Are you trying to stay here? What are you trying to move away?
Man, I'm just doing whatever
Whatever it takes you.
it takes me.
Yeah.
I'm not, so we'll see, but I mean, Indy's cool to do your thing here. I feel like if I did this in like LA or New York or something, I think everybody does that, don't they? Like,
Pretty much.
So you just become somebody else.
I think Indy has a lot of potential as far as the next 5 years. It's very easy to be seen here, especially with something that you're doing. You know, honestly, to be completely honest with you, the amount of people that I ask if they know who you are, they say they do. Just because your videos.
Half my day I'm just following people.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I got like a trigger figure now. I can do it too. It's dope. Like a machine gun. What's up, dude? Let's see. Show them. Show your tits. You gotta show. If you're coming by, you gotta show your tits.
Let's see it.
See it. Put them on the
Come on.
glass. Put them on the glass.
Hey.
Come on. Put them on. All right, dude. That's it. What did you say?
I don't know. That's funny.
Hey, following all the growth, dude.
So, are you into graphic design at all?
Yeah, that's what I did in college. That was like I was into uniforms and creating logos and all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to like make shoes. I've always been into like Jordan, Nike, all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to like make clothing, like jackets. I don't know, that's like part of that's just what I like. And so I got into graphic design and just started messing with it. And over time, that's how I made like our logos and stuff for Espresso. That's how I do a bunch of shit, really.
That's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Is that why-
It's a nice skill to know. Like I don't really know. I only know the basics. I don't really know how to do a lot of stuff. But if you know a little bit, you can go a long way.
Yeah, especially if you're a creative person. I mean, just throw something together, think it looks dope, and then
Yeah.
boom. Is that why you have your shoes up here, just so you're showing them off?
I don't know. They're talking about me in my podcast putting my knee up there, but actually, I do a lot of yoga. So I swear to God, dude, yoga changes your life. I don't want to be like big fucking. I'm the CrossFit guy. Go to my CrossFit gym, but like yoga really helps me with that. I think it can help a lot of people with being creative. Because when you're a creative person, you're on your own ass about coming up with ideas, and I got to do this and like this, and you set your own deadlines, and you get in your own head a lot.
Yeah.
And that's every person's biggest problem is getting in your own head. And yoga really like puts you in a different mindset. It like widens your scope, and you can think better.
Do you do that every single day?
God, I wish. No, I do it like once a week.
Okay.
My sister's a yoga instructor. Her name's Tony Plitz. You should follow her on Instagram too. She's got the classes. She's got what you need. But she hooks me up. She'll hook you up. She's got a studio in Greenwood.
Okay. What's it called?
It's called Evolutions.
Evolutions. Okay.
Evolutions in Greenwood. It's on 135. I still don't know the roads. I've lived here for like 29 years, but it's
Bro,
across from
you're
the LA
28.
Fitness.
You're 28.
It's cool. But yeah, it's right there, and it's a different flow.
Yeah.
Like her yoga is like some real shit. Like we'll listen to rap in there and get down to it.
There you
It's
go.
like, yeah. So come out. Saturday morning. It means you can't go out on Friday. bitches.
So do you have any type of routine or anything? I know your schedule's pretty hectic. You're
I try
working
not
nights.
to have a routine
Why
because
is
I
that?
think that is what turns you into a robot.
Oh.
I'm not trying to be a robot, but you gotta have routine to live. So I don't really have much, man.
Do you sleep?
Yeah. Not tonight, but I usually do. Not on the weekends either, because I work. My bad. I work. I like booked my weekends so I work at night.
Okay.
So I don't have the temptation of jacking around and getting in trouble. I did that when I was younger, and I still just have the same shift. So
Yeah.
Saturday nights I'm just working on stuff, like staying up all night.
Makes sense.
I don't really have a routine, I don't think, other than like stuff I just have to do daily, like record a podcast this day. But every week's kind of different. So when somebody's like, "What are you doing on the 17th?" I'm like, "Dude, I have no idea. I don't even know what I'm doing tonight." Like, yeah. So I don't. It's just kind of hour by hour. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
feel you.
You're like, "Will you shut the fuck up?"
No, I'm curious though. What is a couple things that people don't know about you that they would be surprised to know about you?
Damn. I put my whole life on the internet, so it's kind of crazy. What's up, yo?
How we
You
doing?
gotta see those titties if you're gonna be against the glass like that. Yeah, That'll get them out of here real quick. We see those titties! Something people don't know about me. Ah, shit. My real name's Benedict? I don't know. That's a fucking
That's
easy
your
one.
in-
That's
that's
my
your Instagram
I'm tripping,
handle.
I'm tripping. Edit that! Damn. I don't know, man. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I wish I like had something coming in here.
If you think of something, then just let me know. But okay,
I'll
so
text you. Like late night, 2 a.m. Like, dude,
I thought of
this
it.
one time in third grade.
no, tell me a funny story though.
Oh,
What you
Jesus
got?
Christ. This is like my go-to funny story, and it's not even that funny. But so it was like senior year, high school, senior night, football. I went to Roncalli, and it's like a big football school. And we'd run, like before the game, we'd run down this hill onto the field, and the crowd's going crazy, and it's senior night. I'm not even setting this story up right. And after like the game, my dad was like, "Hey, did you see?" Like I had a great game, and I was like, I wonder if my dad's fucking with me like after this game. Like, what's he gonna say? Like, are we gonna get food after this type shit? And he was like, did you see that kid roll down the hill before the game? And I was like, that was me. We were like in the spotlight. I was like the first one leading the seniors out, and it was like, then the whole crowd was like, what the? Yeah, that's
And they were
that's
just
my
like,
funny.
"Oh, that
that's my
was just
go-to.
Ben."
That's my go-to funny story. But I was supposed to be like the stud, you know what I mean? I'm just like, oh shit.
What position did you play?
Running back.
Okay, weren't you the coach, running back coach for who was it?
Cathedral. Yeah, last year.
Rivals school. Go
Yeah,
coach
that's
for them?
true.
Yeah.
People gave me some shit for that, but I was like, dude, what are we, fucking 6 years old? Rival high schools are still talking about this? But no, I had a good time over there. A lot of their players are like real deal, so
Oh,
it was
for
fun
sure.
to coach some like. Some dudes are playing in the Big Ten right now. Like I got a dude I coached last year. He's like starting for USC. It's crazy.
That's
So
dope.
it's real life over there, and it's a good place to be.
Besides like like broadcasting and stuff, are you involved in the sports industry at all anymore?
Just with yeah, you said broadcasting. Fuck. Not really. I kind of stopped coaching this year just because I wanted to focus on other stuff, and it just I don't know. Like this year, I've probably been too focused on stand up, honestly, and I probably fucked my mind up.
Why would you say that?
Because you know when you want something so bad and you
Oh,
just like focus all your attention to it, it's probably not the best idea to do that. Like you got to branch out and do other stuff to create ideas for the one thing you want to do instead of just staring it in the face the whole time.
Yeah.
That's a challenge I'd go through on the daily, but I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point.
What's it take to create a whole entire, what do you call it, like an act, stand-up act?
Oh, dude, it's all just a big guessing game, and it's like, it's definitely the hardest thing I've ever done. Like I still I've been doing it for 8 months, get on stage like 3 times a week, sometimes 4, sometimes 5, being in competitions and stuff. But it's definitely going up there with something you think is funny, and you're like, eh, and everybody's like, yeah, like it sucks sometimes, but you gotta. Sometimes the shit you don't think is funny will work and people will laugh. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. But you gotta compile all the funny stuff and try to build a story around it, kind of. Sam went to my show this past Saturday. He's probably like, "What is he talking about?" But I don't know. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. But it's just a big hit or miss thing.
Are you just going throughout your day testing little jokes?
I mean, I run every single thing I see through that part of my brain. I wonder if there's a bit there. This girl out here just a minute ago gave me something, and I was like, there could be something. We were talking about how coffee's way too hot. I always thought that. How coffee's so hot. And I'll go and get a grande and be like, can I get that KT, please? And they're like, what's KT? And I'm like, Kids Town. You feel like such an idiot saying kid. So now I'm like, can you throw some ice cubes in there? They're like, you mean Kids Town? I'm like, God damn it. I don't know. I'm thinking there might be something there.
That's really funny.
I can't do hot coffee, man. I fall asleep.
How
I'll
many
down.
cups of coffee have you had today?
This is probably my 3rd.
Okay.
So
10 wasn't.
So yeah, I'll probably get 2 more. I gotta stay up till 6.
Yeah, true. So what do? Just go home and crash?
Yeah, but I can't really sleep during the day. I mean, it's like a lot of people. But I mean, I'll sleep until I can't sleep any longer. But it might be 4 hours sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate forcing myself to sleep.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
It's just Jesus Christ, you hear people outside. And I live on Mass Ave, so it's I hear all those little those bars, you know what I mean? Those little, what are those called? The bar, pickle bars or something?
Oh, the bikes where everyone's on them. Pickle bar, yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
They're playing the weird, Little John. It's 15 white women.
Yeah. 50 years old,
Yeah.
just hammered.
And it's always the worst song. But yeah, I hear that shit all the time. There's probably one going right now. Those things don't stop.
Have you ever been on one?
No.
Me neither.
I waned to do a video with one, but
We
I
should
couldn't.
all get
I'm trying
one.
to get one for the low. I bet Landon knows one of those dudes. I bet he drives one.
Got his number.
Yeah, dude. Hook me up.
Discord.
I'm trying to make fun of those.
That's funny. So, okay, I mean, what else do you like to do besides, comedy?
That's kind of my whole world now.
Yeah,
It doesn't really get old either, but I like just chilling and really just having a stupid ass time wherever I go. This is what I aim to do. Is create content and have a dumbass time. Wherever. I'm just trying to make anything kind of funny.
Okay.
Sometimes it's you get the wrong vibe and you're like, maybe I shouldn't be a jackass here, but sometimes it works, so you just gotta know. Yeah.
Do you edit all your videos, or do you have someone that does that?
I usually do it just on iMovie.
Okay. Yeah.
But it depends what it is. I need to learn Premiere. It's definitely time to learn Premiere, but iMovie's easy, and I try to make everything as simple as possible, because when you think too much into it, you start getting crazy, and it takes you fucking 2 weeks to put something out. So I just try to use iMovie and cut that shit, do it as easy as possible, and put it out.
I feel that.
Yeah.
So is there anything that, you want to get out there as far as any ideas that you're working on, anything that you want to maybe promote, anything going on in the life of Ben?
I need to get some Christmas content out. I did a Christmas video. Me and Joey both did it last year. It was just me dancing around town.
Oh, I did watch that.
It was dumb as hell, but people liked it, and I was like, what? So somehow I gotta one up that this year, and that's my challenge right now. I gotta think of something.
You don't have it though?
No, I don't know. Hopefully it comes to me, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I watched your what was it? When you were broadcasting your bloopers.
Oh, really on TV bloopers?
Was that on TV?
That was an internship. I didn't know,
Really?
when I worked at that design job, I'd go to this TV station right after work every day and just try to, I don't know, that's kind of where I felt like I should just be a full-time idiot. I would mess up so many times and try to make it perfect and mess up so many times, and they'd be like, dude, what the, and at the end of the internship, they're like, okay, let's see like your real tape, like of all your good stuff. And then I made one of those, and I made a full blooper one. And I was like, fuck that good tape. I want all the bad shit. Like it was way funnier. And I was like, how am I gonna be serious, like for real?
Was that live when you were doing it?
Yeah, that shit was real. A couple of them, but I messed one up on purpose just to have a little ammo for the blooper clip.
That's
So
fine.
yeah.
I have a couple more questions for you.
Go ahead, bro.
One before the last one. Where can people find you?
Starbucks on Massa. Kids tent.
Yeah.
Throw some ice cubes in there. But no, Instagram, Benedict Polizzi, BenedictPolizzi. Twitter, Ben Polizzi. Facebook, all the social media. And podcast on iTunes, Espresso Radio. Got a new episode coming out tomorrow. We got Espresso TV. Follow that account. I hate doing all this shit. Hopefully you guys edit this and it says it all like under the screen or something. No, that's not happening. Alright, Espresso Fam on Instagram, like family. You know what I mean? It's ESPRESSOFAM. Should be on there. And that's where it all goes down.
So, and the last question for you. What inspires you?
Oh man. Really just really my family and like friends inspire me. Because without them pushing me and just pushing each other, nothing would get done. And when I'm ever doing anything, I'm always thinking about my friends. Like, what would make them laugh? What would they like? Is this going to make them, like, proud? Are they going to be like, this dude's an idiot? Like, either way, but it's really family and friends that kind of get it done for me.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming out, bro.
Yeah.
Good talking. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you here in the city.
Whenever you need me on here, let me know. I'll come through.
100%. Okay, good. Alright, guys, thank you for tuning in. Another episode of Novelty Voice. Adam Carendang, Ben Polizzi, signing off.
That was a good one.
Let me enter the